Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And to sum that up, I am an agent. I'm an agent for God. And my mission, my friends, is to inform those of you who do not know that God is real, not fake, and that you are on this earth because God designed it that way. It is designed that you, all of you, every last one of you, could be on this earth and live as though you are in heaven. There is no in between. You're either on this earth experiencing heaven or experiencing hell. In order for everyone to experience heaven, it got to include everyone. And if it's not including everyone, then this is hell. The reason that I have been chosen is because I have been given the evidence that God exists. I've had miracles in my life that no human being could have ever caused to happen. And because of that, and others, but that mostly is why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that the life that we're living here in America is the same kind of life that people are living all over the globe. And you can change it. You can change it. But in order to change it, you will have to represent God. You would have to represent God, which means that your concern is that every human being on earth have their needs, their wants, and their desires met. That basically means, ladies and gentlemen, that you would have to engage yourself in the process of causing that to happen. And God has done the heavenly role as identified by the earth we live on and all of the resources that are on this earth. And by you, the human beings, having the requirement for utilizing these resources and the capability of utilizing them to, to ensure that it happens. And that is to happen by each of you, wherever you are, to engage yourself in the process of creating whatever it is that you, the people, have determined is absolutely essential and necessary, not only for your survival, but for your satisfaction. And that basically means that each of you, hear me well, that each of you would engage yourself in this process by choosing a career that you love, that you can commit yourself in and support. The benefit from doing that is that you will receive a blessing that the world can't give and the world can't take away, which is evidence to you that God exists because you will receive joy. You will have the opportunity to put your love and the joy that only God can give as a partnership. And together you would be able to and would create anything: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, really anything that's made by the hands of human beings. And it would be available to you to choose as you need, want, or desire. And in doing that, your reward would be that you, the human beings everywhere, will be able to live and experience peace, prosperity, freedom, joy, and happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. And you will have the opportunity to live and experience your individual dream. This is what the Heavenly Father, the God of God, have prepared for you. This is not a man. This is not a human being. This is power that is designed to achieve such with your participation and your cooperation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that you do not experience that is because you have been lied to from the beginning. You have been deceived and you are walking according to that deception and those lies. Obviously, you know that because you're definitely not experiencing what I just got through sharing with you. Now, there are those everywhere in the world that have deceived you, are reaping the benefits of a life that you wish that you had. However, none of them are receiving joy because joy comes from God and they can't get that from you. And so they're faking it. All the money that they can get, which they have used to sucker you, to sucker the human race, to think that it is so important, but it can't buy joy. And so even with all the money, even with all the stuff that they have tried to utilize instead of joy and your love, it brings them nothing but pain. I want to tell you that I've been out here for at least the past 40 years, and my message has been the same. I have shared with you all over this country. I've been in jails. I've been in prisons. I've been in the military in which I walked out of when Ronald Reagan was president because he was demonic. And having the knowledge of this, I could not wear that uniform and I could not remain a part of the United States Navy. And I have been out here and I've traveled again and I sought the office of various political office, mayor, governor, senator, president of the United States. And each time that I sought these offices, I had to run as an independent, broke. I had no one financing these programs. In fact, I had to run as a write-in. And most of you have never, ever heard anything about me. Yet, I have the records. I have the prison records. I have the jail records. I've committed crime against the people of the state. I've committed crimes against the people of the United States in order to get an audience so I can share with you the truth that I bring to you. Still, you haven't heard it, but it's legitimate. I have gone through the ringer, and I'm here to say to you today, I'm in Minnesota, and we are dealing with demons. Donald Trump is a devil. He is not the devil. He is one of the devils that is operating in the world. And most folks would like to think that they are not evil because for some strange reason they try to hang on to something which makes them believe and trick them to think that they have an association with that magical universal power. But it is not true. It is not true. You have to make a decision. You have to choose that your concern is going to be about God, which is only expressed through your concern for everybody. You can't leave not a one out. So I want you to know that the preachers, the church members, the politicians that you have chosen, that you pay, that you make sure that they have a standard of living even beyond your own, can continue to exist doing what they do. But the truth requires that as you stand out here protesting, saying that you're dissatisfied with what is going on in life, it is their duty, it is their responsibility, it is in fact their obligations to stand out here with you. If you get gassed, they must get gassed. If you get beaten, they must be beaten. If you get killed, they must be killed because they will not be satisfied and content with anything less than that. And the whole purpose of that is to tell Satan to get the hell out of heaven. So for the past 20 years, and I'm sad to say, the last time that I came out of jail, I was coming out of prison, from Stillwater Prison. And that was the date that the planes flew into the World Trade Center. As I saw that, I felt disgusted. I felt sick because it did not have to happen. And one of the things that made me feel so sick about it is before that happened, I ran for president of the United States. And I was telling you just what I have just shared with you. You didn't get the message. And so it happened. But I also knew that message that I've just shared with you, being rejected, you are inviting evil. You are inviting the devil amongst you. And sadly, you have been successful. The devil is amongst us. ISIS is a tool that is being used. They don't care anything about you because the devil doesn't care anything about you. The devil wants your obedience. The devil wants your loyalty. And it cannot exist in the plane where God rules. And so while I haven't been in jail since that 911, I have learned, I have watched how the devil moves. And so here in Minnesota, in my hometown now, I have been drawn out. I have been forced to do what most of your leadership is doing. They know they should be out here with you, but they have a measure of comfort that they don't want to disturb. They can go home. They are able to access this or that. And their hope is that you, the people, work it out or find some type of accommodation where you might exist, even with hell. Can that happen? So I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. And I'm back to stand up to represent God. And representing God means representing truth. Representing God means representing that which is heavenly for us all. So, beginning today, I will stand with you. I will suffer with you if that is the will of the Almighty God. Earlier tonight, I prayed. I asked God to help us, we the people, not just here in Minnesota, but all over the earth, to overcome the evils of the world. And I do not know again how many of the servants, agents of God are out here, but I must be certain that at least one stands up, and I can only be certain of me. So I am here with you to tell the evil that it has to go. I'm here today to tell all of you who stand up with your sign, who protested against evil, that you've got to be committed. And that committed doesn't just mean for ISIS to leave, but for you, the people, to take the necessary action to make sure that those things that is required to be done in order for heaven to exist, that you do it. And I want you to know it cannot exist in capitalism. It cannot exist in capitalism. In order for it to exist, the earth to the human beings is free. All of the resources that are on this earth that are given and used by the people are free. And the careers that you choose and the work that you do and that which you established by creating it yourselves, made available to all the people on earth, must be free, because that's how God does it. God is selling nothing. He's offered you love, created you by love. And that, my friend, is what will change the world. Love will change the world. So as I walk amongst you, you might not know me. I don't know you, except that you are my brother and you are my sister. And I love you because God is alive in me. And since it is required that if death is necessary for that love to be expressed, I'm willing to give it. I also know that the power is in God's hand. I want you to be safe. And when I say safe, I mean I want you to be dealing with it. Dealing with it. Not ashamed, not afraid. Knowing that God will protect you. Thank you.